Kanye West spent 14 million or something, or 4 million, I'm not sure. Kanye didn't even have product in stock when he, launched that ad, right?
But we increased their average order value to $125. Okay, we had around like 20x ROAS from that campaign. And
so if you know what kind of problems people have, you can upsell or cross-sell to them with similar products.
Let's start. All right.
Let's start, man.
All right, guys. So it's me, Ankit, and Manoj. So we're out here, kind of like a beautiful place out, in the nature, in the woods. I wouldn't say complete nature, but it's a good place, right? And this is like just a quick talk where we go over e-commerce industry, the trends, the markets, how the players are playing, right? Go over some big brands, and hope you guys enjoy it. So first off, my man, Manoj. So just a quick introduction of Manoj, do a thing, man.
Okay, so my name is Manoj Bash, and I go by name Manoj Bash in my socials. So I've been in this e-commerce space like for around 6 years. I've been the ads guy, and so I eat Facebook ads for breakfast. I'm just joking. But today we're gonna talk about a lot of stuff, that's going on in the e-commerce space. And basically, if you're an e-com brand owner, this is gonna be a super helpful video for you.
Yeah. So my name is Ankit, and I run an agency called 360 Funnels. We've been doing email and SMS marketing for e-commerce brands since 2022, early 2022. And till then, we have partnered with a ton of brands, 55 plus brands, making over $15 million in client revenue with email and SMS. And I think Manoj has crossed that $100 million mark. And it's a crazy thing that, how we met, but we didn't know each other. Crazy thing is he was like, he's doing like this way older than I am. He's also older than me.
A little bit, yeah. But I don't look like that, but still I am.
I shave my head, so I kind of maybe look older, but yeah. So I'm just going to tell you a quick story about how me and Manoj met, right? So when I was in this industry, there were many players, but there was not a good network between the players. And I thought, okay, cool. There's only so much that we can grow, but let's try building a network of the e-com operators around in the country. And I just had a quick meetup, told my friends to, call anyone who is in the e-com space. And that's when I met Manoj. And since then, we've been really close, our friends, we've been a close circle of probably 9-10 people.
Yeah, around that.
Yeah, around that people. So all of us are in this e-com space, and Manoj is definitely the go-to ads guy, like he said, right? And it's just a crazy ride that how far that we've come after knowing each other, and everyone's been growing. I'm really bullish on this network and the e-com space in Nepal. So that's it. Anything from your side, Manoj?
Yeah, it feels good, man. To see your growth, in such a short period of time, it's really amazing to see you grow, Every time I met you, it's super inspiring, I get inspired every time, when I meet it, And
likewise, bro. I mean, shit, I don't know anything about ads, right? When I was just starting, I was in this small bubble of ecom, email marketing, but knowing you and all the other guys, the thing is, the funny thing is, everyone is just specializing in their own stuff, right? He's ads for emails, there are a bunch of sales guys, there's a bunch of CRO and web development guys, right? And we've been not just learning about the e-com, but about the business, how things operate. And everyone is growing. And this is something that I think, a network should be right? Where everyone is supportive and helpful of each other and planning the next big move, collaborating. And this is the stuff that we're going, and this is the stuff that we love.
Yeah, exactly. We're basically uplifting each other, to grow. And sky is the limit, right? There's always room for improvement. And, we help each other, to improve better, to be the better version of ourselves. So it feels amazing.
Definitely. So, I think we could start this, small talk by going over the e-com industry in specific. I mean, wow, things have changed a lot in this industry because even since it's just been around 3 years since I've been going in this field. But Manoj, man, 6 years, it's a crazy time, right? So I mean, you must have seen ecom from its like in the beginning stage to right now. So what do you think like, are changing? What's a problem that you've encountered? What are the trends that you've seen in this market and stuff like that?
A lot of things has been changed, like even like let's say with Facebook ads, like even with just creating like simple campaigns or even just by boosting the post, like it was super easy to get like 4 or 5x robots back then, like before iOS 14 as well, but nowadays like the things has been changed, like you can't just know how to run Facebook ads and like bring the profitable results. Okay, so you need to do it the right way. Okay, like it's not just only about Facebook ads or like one channel. Okay, you gotta master multiple things. For example, CRO, because like that's the most important part. Like in ecom space, I would say, because like for example, like people don't buy from your Facebook ad or something. Like people buy from your website, right? So if your website is not optimized enough, like nobody gonna buy from you. Like no matter what your offer is, no matter how good your ads are, like your email marketing, like what kind of offers you're trying to promote. Like if your website is shit, nobody gonna buy from you. So yeah, CRO, Facebook ads, email SMS for retention, like it's, I mean, like the result, the ROI, from email and SMS, like it's crazy, like
I think it's like around 42x. Yeah.
Yeah, like you spend like $1 and you get $42 back, like which is insane. And I used to do only Facebook ads back then, but after I started doing email and SMS marketing, the client retention has been like increased, like it's super easy for us, to retain clients as well. Because while calculating, the overall ROI, it's really good, and like client like that, of course.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, because in this space, I think the changes are like insane. And yeah, like you said, most people, they just like think of e-commerce is in like, running the ads and having like a weird, dropship product from China, right? But it's more to it, right? So it's not just about building an e-commerce website, but it's about building a business in general, right? The principles of having a successful e-commerce store or successful e-commerce business is the same as having a successful business, right? Innovation, operations, right? Management, financials, and everything like that. And with that, it also comes a lot of problems. And what we seen in what we see in most people around that range of, let's say, 50K to, let's say, 300K, right? There's a lot of ups and downs in that stage. And one of the reasons is because at that range, people don't or aren't used to prioritizing the business principles. They just want to spend on ads, right? Have a few basic changes on landing page, interested in email, SMS, right? But it's not about what kind of customer avatar are you targeting? What is the goal of your brand, right? What is the leverage that you have compared to your competitors? What's the unique positioning that you have, right? And I think that is a difference between a I don't know, let's say $100,000 brand and $1 million brand, right? These brands know this stuff. They know who they're targeting. They know who their proper target demographic is. They have built multiple customers' avatar according to the marketing channels, right? And also have creatives or are using brand voice that resonates with those avatars. And yeah, this is something that probably a lot of brands should be focusing on right now. And this is probably the number one problem that I've seen with the brands that I've audited or worked with or just heard about, right? And yeah, customer avatar and resonance. I think if you want to scale profitably, you have to master that.
I totally agree. Okay, like the scene of dropshipping has been evolved like immensely. Like back in 2018, like 2019, like whoever started dropshipping, they know like it was super easy back then, to get like profitable results. Like even I have seen a lot of people made millions of dollars in revenue, but things has been changed right now. Like it's not just about, okay, for example, if your website looks like dropshipping store, nobody gonna buy from you. Okay, you have to, for example, like in the testing phase, like maybe you don't have enough investment like to brand or like private label or to buy in bulk, but you need to make sure your website, your social media presence like look like a brand, so that like there is the trust factor, to make the purchasing decision basically.
Yeah. So speaking of trust factors, there are like a lot of brands that are popping off from the influencers, right? So we have Kim Kardashian, Mr. Beast, Kanye West,
Yeah.
right? And then these guys are absolutely killing it because people trust these people. They look up to these people, and they already have a audience which they can just sell to. Speaking like Skims, Shaper was already a good market, but the brand came. I think it's valued at around $4 billion, right?
Yeah.
And having that trust factor with brand is like a really huge thing that most people don't focus on, right? They're like, okay, cool. If I have a good product, people will buy it. But if you compare it, or if your competitor is selling the same shit, it's on the same product, but they have like they have like a person who is trusted by people and is endorsing it, then things might change, right? And
Yeah, you remember the like Yeezy's, Super Bowl ad?
holy shit, yeah. I think Kanye West spent 14 million or something, or 4 million. I'm not sure. Yeah, but yeah,
But like, I'm talking about like the one he shoot, in a car, like
yeah, exactly.
he made like around $19 million in
Yeah,
24
definitely.
hours, like, which is
Yeah.
crazy. That's the power of social proof, guys.
Exactly. So just a quick fun fact. I don't know if you guys know about this, but Kanye didn't even have product in stock when he, launched that ad, right? So he redirected that ad from the Super Bowl, where people just go into his website, they bought the products, and based on that, he knows what kind of demand there is for like each product. Then he started manufacturing and shipping it after there's a pre-order. And so there's no dead stock, which is very common in the fashion space. That's how, the influence works. Kanye West is like a huge influential person. Like when you're talking about his influence is like crazy, right? And people are buying into it. The same thing with Skims. Same thing with Feastables from Mr. Beast, right? It's crazy.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, like the campaigns you see from Mr. Beast, like for festivals, like it's crazy. Like he's doing crazy stuff. Like even in his website, like he's basically like he has gamify,
exactly.
his store as well, and like people find it fun, and like he's promoting fun, exciting things like through his branding as well. So
yeah, exactly. I think one of the biggest things that contributes to the success of a brand is how well it resonates with the person that is endorsing it, and how well it resonates with the target audience, right? So Kim Kardashian is looked up as a supermodel, right? Everyone wants, like a figure like her. So every woman wants a figure like her, right? So she is not just selling the product, but she's selling transformation, right? Same thing. Feastables is a fun company. It's a fun chocolate brand. They've gamified everything. Mr. Beast, he is known as a fun person. Damn, like he spends a lot of money on like games, on like giveaways, on like contests, right? Same thing with Kanye, right? His vibe is something that, it kind of resonates with Yeezy. So having that is like a game changer when we're talking about, going from like a drop shipping to a brand is resonance, and understanding what your customer wants. And that plays like a long game. Like, and it works really well.
I saw one video of Mr. Beast, I think festivals were launching on like multiple countries as well. And basically he was giving away 10 cars, to the festival customers, which is crazy,
Exactly. Speaking about, the industry, there are also like not just brands, but there are a lot of players, freelancers, agencies in different niche. Like, back then, probably with just Facebook ads and basic email marketers, but right now, Facebook ads, Google ads, TikTok ads, email marketers, TikTok shop, influencer marketers, UGC, affiliate marketers. Shit, there are like so many people, so many industries and freelancers as well, right? And the funny thing is, people might think that the e-commerce space is saturated, but if you are here long enough, you realize that most of the freelancers, contractors, or agencies, they don't know what they're doing, right? They're just a bunch of copy-paste guys. But definitely there are some really good, amazing agencies out there, amazing freelancers out there who know this stuff, right? And finding the difference is probably going to be how well they know the industry in general. Because something that I realize is that most agencies, most freelancers, they only know about the service that they're providing. Let's say Facebook ads, they only know about the Facebook ads. Email marketers, they don't know about flow campaigns. CRO, they don't know about, wireframing, design the landing page, right? But if you as a freelancer or, and like an operator want to know about a service better, or like want to excel in that service, you have to understand the industry that you're operating in, right? So if you don't understand e-commerce in general, you can't have a system that functions well within that industry. Like an example, if I'm an email marketer, I have to understand how Facebook ad traffic works. I have to understand how the landing page works so that my email campaigns can have a similar brand voice, right? Can be integrated into those current systems and maximizing the ROI. And that is not something that's very common with most freelancers. They simply just look into their service and that's it. What do you think?
Exactly. Like you have to good at like what you do, like you have to master the craft. Okay. For example, if you're doing CRO, like it's not just about like designing visually appealing landing page. It's important, okay, like to build a trust factor and like it should look professional, based on your brand image. Like maybe it should contain like heavy graphics, or sometimes to match your brand image, like it might look minimalistic as well, But for example, if you're doing CRO, you need to master offers as well.
Yeah.
You need to master like how to get more people sign up, to the list as well. Like you need to know like the basics of email marketing as well. Like maybe like how to create a pop-up from Klaviyo, promoting the offers, so that like people, more people buy. Okay. Like the purpose of doing CRO is to get more people buy your product, right? So you need to master your craft. Okay.
Like Manoj said about the importance of CRO, something that I want to point out is how important even the small percentages are when we're talking about the big numbers, right? So let's say, for example, your brand is doing 100K a month, right? Let's say your conversion rate is 1%, right? So if your conversion rate goes up by 0.1% and goes into 1.1%, then you'll be making $110,000. So that's a 10%, $10,000 increase in revenue per the 0.1%, right? But let's say you run a brand that is doing 1 million a month and your conversion rate increases by the 0.1%, then you'll be having an increase of $100,000, right? And that just goes up. So like I said, the small change in percentage can lead to huge outcomes when we're talking about the volume game, right? So mastering the conversion rate, mastering the email SMS, mastering your ROAS. It might just be numbers. It might just appear small if you're like in the small game, but once you're in the big leagues, it changes completely. And it's just about maximizing those percentage, which in return increases the volume by a lot. And that is the game about the CRO, email optimization and Facebook ads management, or like Google ads, TikTok ads, right? So if you learn how to increase a small percentage that drives big revenue, you're going to win.
I totally agree. I saw the website of festivals. Like I was doing some research over there, and I found like they weren't doing any kind of like upsell, cross-selling products, like during checkout, and like basically like having offers like that might increase their average order value as well, like hence more profit, right? So they weren't even like doing that. Like even big brands are not optimizing, like to the full potential. So there is always room for improvement. Okay.
So about cross-selling and upselling, right? Like he talked about festivals. I think there's a long list of benefits of cross-selling and upselling that people might not be aware of, right? And first off is just the increase in the lifetime value of the customer. I read somewhere that the lifetime value of Starbucks, guess how much it is?
12,000?
$14,000, right? So it's crazy, right? So it's like a $7, $5 coffee, yeah. But people spend $14,000 throughout their life on a $5, $7 coffee in Starbucks. And that is like a huge deal when it comes to the importance of the LTV, because if you acquire a customer once with Facebook ads, let's say your brand's average order value is $50. Let's say it costs you $20 to acquire a customer and your cost of goods sold is $20. Let's say your profit margin in the first purchase might be 20%, which is $10. You retarget them with email SMS, which is almost like $0. And then let's say they come back, they buy again $50, right? But the customer acquisition cost in this case is $0. So with a second purchase, your profit margin, it shoots up to 60%, right? And your overall profit between the two orders is 30 plus 10, $40, right? So your overall profit margin is $40 on two purchases. But as it increases, as people come again and again and again, the profit margin keeps on increasing, where you'll just be paying for the cost of goods sold. And the overall customer lifetime value will make your business profitable. And this is something that I've seen, most brands doing, is that they don't care about the profit margin, the first purchase, because they know how to keep the customers coming. And if the customers keep on coming, then the profitability problem will be solved, right? So I've seen this a lot with supplement industry because people come back for supplement again and again and again. They don't care if the CPA is high in the first purchase. They retarget, they have subscriptions, they give all offers. Bam, people come again and again and again, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times. Just think about how much the profitability is going to be increasing with each purchase.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about like how you treat your customers, So we had this client, he owned a clothing brand, and we tried this offer like to increase their average order value. Like, I think their product cost like around $60 on average, but we increased their average order value to $125, okay, in the drop day. And we tried this offer, like buy 2 items, get 10% off. Okay. We promoted, this was our main offer for that client, and it worked really well. Okay. So we promoted that offer through Facebook ads, and basically like inviting people to sign up for the drop, and basically we send the campaigns to people who signed up for the drop, and with promoting that offer, and many people found that offer interesting, and like many people bought the product. Many people bought like 2 products and took advantage of 10% off as well. So that's how Facebook ads, email marketing, like both complement to your business. So like it's all about doing everything in a right way.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, bundles are game changers, right? I mean, bundles aren't going to save your business completely, but they are going to be boosting your profitability, which is going to save your business anyhow.
Exactly.
But don't just rely on bundles to save your business, right? All right. So speaking about bundles, we ran like a bundle offer with our clients, and so they had like multiple designs, and we just wanted to test which ones performed the best. So what we did is like we had a campaign which said, choose 3 of your favorite t-shirts and get a certain percent off. So it's like a bundle, and we have an offer. And by that, what we also did is collect the best designs that people wanted, and then also increase the average order value. So like 2 birds with 1 stone. And later we'll leverage the customer data that we collected from the drop and ran a separate campaign with a customer favorites. Performed extremely well. And that is a part where, you can use bundles not just to increase the average order value, but also collect the customer data. And I don't see many brands doing it. Right? They just like to bundle it up. They don't test the bundles. And they mostly rely on the intuition rather than the customer data, which I think is like a huge mess when it comes to creating like a proper strategy for your system.
So when you know like how to make the decision based on the data, like you'll make most out of it. Okay. So for example, like you're talking about the bundle offers, and customers had the freedom, to basically select like 2 or 3 items and get whatever offer, that we're promoting. That way, like there's the like freedom to the customers, to buy, and that works really well. Then like just bundling, by ourselves. Of course, like we can do upsell or like cross sell, like during checkout or like even in the post purchase phase, but when you provide like that kind of freedom to the customer, like that's really powerful.
So speaking about the industries and bundles, let's go more into niche, right?
Yeah.
So what I've noticed is that most brands or most agencies, they treat every industry as the same, but they don't have unique marketing strategies that are, that work well respective to the industry. So let's talk about the biggest industries, the fashion industry, right? I think at this point, at least once in their life, almost everyone wanted to have a fashion brand of their own. My friend Manoj has one. He has Rover Aesthetics, right? Pretty cool brand. Definitely shout out to Rover Aesthetics.
Thanks.
With fashion, right? I think the structure that is working with fashion is using product drops, right? And not just dropping products, but having a proper system about awareness, about hype, creating that interest, and then the follow-up with the drop. And so we leverage this to take multiple brands to 6 figures in a day. And what we mostly do is we collect leads from the lead ads, which is really cheap. People get $1 per lead, $0.8 per lead, right? And then we have them go through like a separate email nurturing funnel. So your welcome series for the people who are warm, who have been to the site, but for people who are cold, we have them go through a separate nurturing funnel. build hype sequences, 5 days, 3 days, 24 hours before the drop, give early access, right? Have the main drop follow up, and have 2 more reminders with discounts to the non-buyers. And doing this, I think, has really, really improved the overall results with the drops. And at this point, like, some of our clients with above $40, $50 average order value are getting customers at less than $5, which is extremely good at increasing the profit margin.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't see like many people talking about creating urgency, like to basically promote the offers. For example, like we tested this, like, okay, the offer only valid for 72 hours, and that really worked well. Like in terms of creating urgency, and like the conversion rate was around 12% in the drop day itself. So also like we're pushing, like even after the drop, like for example, after 2 days, like we send one email campaign saying, okay, this is your last chance, to get this like offer, like 10% buy 2 items and get 10% off. And basically we send that email campaign like to those audience, who haven't made any purchase. Like that's how we can segment the audience, like basically excluding those purchasers, So that's really power, of email marketing. So I'm going to share one experience with our clients, like with Facebook ads, like we created pre-drop campaigns. I think before like 2 weeks, promoting the drop, like basically providing some incentives for people like to get more signups. And we selected the sales objective in the Facebook ads. And I know like that's most expensive ad campaign objective, like that people think of as well. But we choose sales objective, and we didn't make any sales like until the drop was live. Because like, of course, like there's no products to buy, the website was locked as well. And when we announced the drop, like we got a lot of sales from that exact campaigns that we ran for the pre-drop campaigns. Okay. So we got around like 20x ROAS from that campaign. And like, editor, please put that a screenshot. Like I'm not lying or something. I'm not making that shit, so put that proof as well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, with fashion, drops are killing it. And I like to point out another industry, which is health and supplements, right? So for this industry, like a winning angle that we have found with in terms of emails is collecting and utilizing zero-party data, right? So here's a myth, right? What people believe in is that just having a large quantity of signups is the best thing. But with our case, I'd rather have quality people with higher intent, which are lower in number, than people or buyers with lower intent, which are high in number. Because not only does it increase your Klaviyo bill, but it'll just be sending to more people. And why send to 1,000 people, out of which, let's say, only 10 people are going to buy, when you could be sending to just 100 people, out of which 50 people are going to buy? So if we are talking in terms of cash flow, which is probably the most important metric in the business, apart from sign-up form, open rate, or whatever, that is the best option, right? So what we do is on our pop-up, we have 4 or 5 step pop-ups that collect as much as customer data as possible. So let's say we're running for a supplement brand, right? People buy supplements to fix certain problem or to live a certain way. We ask them about their goals and what they want to achieve. Let's say they want to have a clearer skin, right? They want to boost their immunity, lower cholesterol. So we have the solutions or the problems listed on the sign-up form, which they can select, right? And based on their answer, we recommend them products that are the solution. So that way, it's more of a personalized retargeting that works in the favor of the customer. And it's not a brand-centric marketing, it's a customer-centric marketing. And it performs really well. So we are using this for a supplement brand. And before we were using it, we had around 25% Klaviyo email revenue. And after using that, I mean, we might have seen a drop off in terms of sign-up rate, but the Klaviyo or the emails are now making over 40%. With email and SMS combined, it's 50%, and the ads are going in, right? So the personalization plays a long way, and also it also really, really helps with post-purchase. If you know what kind of problems people have, you can upsell or cross-sell to them with similar products. Like, let's say I have oily skin, right? Why would I want to get, product recommendations about products that solve the problem of dry skin. I just want oily skin, right? You know, product A, product B, product C that help oily skin. And that's what I'm going to buy, right? So the revenue per recipient is going to be higher, and the ROI with emails is going to be increasing like crazy with this.
So yeah, personalization is the fucking key. Okay, so for example, even with Facebook ads, like we structure the campaigns like based on the funnel stages, you know, like top of funnel, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel. And if you create same ads for all those type of audience, like no ad's gonna perform. Okay, so for example, people don't care about your offer, you know, like anything, like whatever you're promoting, you know, whatever offer you're promoting, they don't care if they don't have any idea about your brand, or like if people don't know about your brand, then like nobody gonna buy from you, right? So for example, if they are aware enough, you know, about your brand, like maybe they might have met some persons in the past, and like if you provide some kind of offers, they might be interested. But yeah, like for example, in the top of funnel campaigns, like you can basically introduce your brand, your product, okay, how you're different from others, like why people should buy your product. You should give the reasoning, you know, you should handle all the possible objections in your ad copies, in your landing page copies, you know, in your creatives, you know, that's how you can bring in like more people, you know, to the business. So, for example, in the middle of funnel campaigns, like those are the audience who know about your brand like a little bit, but they haven't visited the website yet. But to those audience, maybe you can showcase some kind of social proof, like testimonial videos, or do some UGC, collaborate with like influencers, you know, do collab post and like run that ads. That works really well. In bottom of funnel campaigns, like those are the really hot audience, and they are waiting for the offers, you know, and like they're eagerly waiting for your offers and to buy from you. So like that's how you can structure all the campaigns, your offers, your messaging, and like that's what personalization is, guys.
Yeah. You know, speaking about middle of the funnel, top of the funnel, right? Even email and SMS is mostly just the bottom of the funnel traffic, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
He knows more about the funnels than I do with the, you know, the middle of the funnel, top of the funnel. So with the bottom of the funnel, even inside the email and SMS, we have to understand that multiple segments have multiple level of awareness about a brand, right? So let's say a person who has just visited your site and just signed up for the welcome email does not know anything about your brand. They need to have a certain kind of messaging structure that nurtures them. The goal of it is to convert them into a first-time buyer. But the messaging that is being sent to a VIP, let's say, who has purchased 5 or 6 times, needs to be different compared to the first person. And this is where most brands are making mistakes. They have the similar structures, similar offers with different kind of audiences, and they expect it to work. Where in reality, people have different needs, different desires, and different goals. So making sure that the awareness level of the people is, you know, resonating with the marketing message that you're sending with different kind of segments. Yeah. So something else that I like to talk about is leveraging the integrated marketing system and leveraging all of the different marketing channels to its full potential, right? So right now, let's say we have Google ads, right? We have TikTok ads, we have TikTok shop, we have affiliate marketing with social snowball, we have, you know, retention marketing, we have Snapchat ads, Reddit ads, or whatnot. Like everything is there. We have postcards even, right? Yeah. So if you want to have like a proper all integrated marketing system, don't just like run your marketing message in all of these channels, but also make sure to have a common voice or a common system that integrates into all of these things, right? So you can't be speaking differently. You know, your offer can't be different with the Facebook ads. Your brand voice can't be different in your ads and in your emails. It's going to appear like a completely different brand. All right. So having a level of consistency in your branding is going to go a long way if you are going to, you know, attract customers and keep them for long term.
And that's how like you can stay like on the top of the mind of the customers as well. For example, like I tried this, like I'm not an expert in psychology and stuff, but I tried this I understand this human psychology that like when you hear the same thing over and over again, like people feel like it's right. Okay. For example, in your school, like your teacher might taught you, you know, like something wrong, and sometimes like you might be arguing, you know, like with other people saying, okay, this is right, and or something, but that's in fact like that's wrong. That might be wrong, right? So it's about like when you tell the same thing over and over again. Like the audience feels right. And if they don't take action, like they will feel like they're missing out on something, you know?
So yeah, thank you for watching the podcast. And me and Manoj, along with a few other people in the e-commerce space, are opening a school community where we'll be teaching high-level stuffs in the e-commerce space. So it's going to be paid ads, it's going to be creative management, it's going to be conversion rate optimization, it's going to be email and SMS, branding, positioning, financials, right? Unit economics of your e-commerce. And it's going to be amazing, to be honest. We have a lot of stuff planned, and combined with the results that we have bought, I think you guys are in it for a steal. And yeah, it's going to be free. So make sure that you join it.
Yeah, the links and like all the details are given in the description. So you don't want to miss out. Like if you own e-commerce brand, like if you're planning to do it, like it's the no-brainer for you guys.
Yeah, definitely. All right. So yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for watching the video, staying till the end. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Let me know what you think of the video in comments. You can like drop your own opinions, case studies or results down in the comments if you want to add something else to what we've said. But yeah, once again, appreciate you sticking around. Peace.
Yeah, if you want to see more such content, like podcasts together, like don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We'll see you on the next one.
Yeah, bye.